Beyond Good and Evil 2 seems like a money laundering scheme. It's the only thing that makes sense. Yeah, I really don't know what the hell is going on. It seems like, again, if you were at any other company and you spend, at this point, 16 years, I think 2008 was the announcement. So it probably was in the works in 2007. So 17 years. If you spend 17 years working on something at any company and you have basically nothing to show after all that, how do you still have a job? Like, how does that happen? It boggles my mind. There's been suggestions that, oh, well, maybe it's just that they needed the technology to evolve before they could finish the game. I'm like, okay, cool. But still, like, you would think that they'd be making the game for the technology they have. But it's like this. Tom Anderson tweeted, Michael Ansel says Beyond Good and Evil 2 issues were caused by problems between managers. Color me shocked. Like, wow. On BGE 2, for example, there are too many problems between managers. The artistic director wanted to redo everything constantly. The game director wanted to make a game of generated dungeons. I dreamed of a space adventure. We could not agree, and the game director took the project in other directions. In this type of situation, teams find themselves tossed around and don't even know who's in charge and making decisions. The producer is supposed to sort things out, but that didn't happen. Yves Guillemot even had to go down to Montpellier to get things back on track, but that wasn't enough, and the game director continued his stubbornness. When I read in Liber that I was the one directing the game and asking for changes, I thought I was going to choke. BGE 2 is the game on which I don't think I've ever questioned a decision. He left Ubisoft in 2020 to spend time in a wildlife sanctuary following burnout while working on games. Hearing all this, I understand how he burned out. 1 week later, though, accusations of toxic leadership by Ansel began to circulate, which Ansel firmly denied and continues to do so. As of the time of writing, Ubisoft Beyond Good and Evil 2 is still in development after nearly 2 years of development. It found its footing in early 2017. Speaking with sources, the game is still a couple years out, though. We'll share some exclusive details on the game later next week or later this week. So we'll probably hear something about it in the next few days because I don't think they posted it yet. But it just sounds like, again, Ubisoft struggles with very clear directors and like having a visionary that can carry things forward. They have too many cooks in the kitchen, I think, a lot of the time. And that keeps things from clearly getting to an end point. And that was the thing with X Defiant, where there were stories of them trying really hard to make the game like a Call of Duty killer, but also its own thing, but also take nods from Rainbow Six and also take nods from these other games. And so it just spun and spun and spun and spun. It just didn't go anywhere. But we'll probably find out more about it later. I mean, maybe this summer we find out about it because they'll have AC Shadows out. I think they're going to be announcing probably something, maybe a Black Flag remake or something. They'll do a big reveal of that for Assassin's Creed. Maybe the multiplayer game gets revealed. But I think they maybe also show something with this, but they got to show something soon.